Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just got extremely emotional. I mean, to the point where I just had to bawl for a minute because I'm only imagining what these kids were thinking at that moment in time. Okay, as you all know, my daughter is 14 years old. One of the girls that died in that shooting was only 14. So, anyways, I'm going to move on here. Oxford Township, Michigan. A fourth teenager died Wednesday. This is the fourth one now. After a shooting at a Michigan high school where a 15-year-old student opened fire with the intent to kill, police said. 4 teenagers were killed and 7 people injured after the shooting unfolded Tuesday afternoon at Oxford High School in Oakland County, roughly 45 minutes northwest of Detroit. A suspect was taken into custody at the scene. He came out with the intent to kill people. He was shooting people at close range, oftentimes toward the head or chest, Sheriff Michael Bouchard said on CNN on Wednesday morning. It's chilling. It's just absolutely cold-hearted, murderous. Bouchard said the suspect fired through barricaded classroom doors and tried to breach doors. Students described a chaotic scene in which a voice came over the intercom to announce an active shooter, and they didn't know whether it was a drill. Then teachers rushed to lock and barricade doors and cover windows. Students were in tears and texted loved ones. Abby Hodder, a 15-year-old sophomore, was in chemistry class when she thought she heard glass breaking. My teacher kind of ran out and was scrambling, she said, describing how she and her classmates followed their active shooter training. The next thing I knew, I saw he was pushing tables. It's part of school protocol to barricade, so we all knew barricade, barricade down, and we all started pushing tables. It's sad that kids have to do those kind of drills instead of natural disasters like earthquake drills, tornado drills, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald said in a statement her office was reviewing the case and intended to issue appropriate charges quickly. Bouchard said the suspect's father bought the gun Friday and that the suspect appeared to post images of the gun online days before the shooting. Okay, so they had warnings about this, okay? If you watched my other video, they had warnings about this shooting, and there were kids that didn't even go to school yesterday, but they're still open. They still had school going, I guess, because they couldn't find any credible threats, okay? Under Sheriff Michael McCabe acknowledged there were rumors about warning signs and said that they were being investigated. At least one parent told the Associated Press that her son was not in school over fears of something could happen. He was not in school today, Robin Redding, who has a 12th grade son, told the Associated Press. He just said that, Ma, I don't feel comfortable. None of the kids that we go to school with are going today. Pastors and religious leaders organized prayer vigils Tuesday night. Just about all of Oxford hurts, Pastor Jesse Holt told a crowd of more than 200 at one community church. There they are, they're at a vigil. And I already went over all of this. I'm trying to see if there's anything new. Bouchard said Wednesday investigators recovered 30 shell casings and believe the suspect fired 30 shots. Surveillance video from the school showed the suspect coming out of a bathroom with a pistol, Bouchard said. He said the school did everything right. They took shelter, they barricaded doors, and first responders' quick action saved lives. Hodder said she and her classmates lined up along a wall and grabbed something to throw, also part of their active shooting training. But not long after, her teacher told them to jump out a window and run. Let's see this. I read that already. SWAT, more than 60 ambulance, an aviation unit, and FBI agents were at the scene Tuesday afternoon. Eventually, students with transportation were allowed to leave. A nearby Myre store closed down and served as a reunification site for parents and students. Brandy Lowry said she was on the phone with her daughter, Mackenzie, 17, as she ran from the building while police officers directed her out. Lowry said Mackenzie's class barricaded the door with tables and chairs and then squeezed into a far corner before they left. All the words in her text and the fear in her voice kept filtering through my mind, Brandy Lowry said Wednesday morning. Mackenzie is devastated and heartbroken. She's scared. So, there's 4 people, the sheriff's office said. Tate Myre, 16. He's a boy that was actually into sports. They're going to try to name the stadium that they have after him. Hana St. Juliana is only 14. Madisyn Baldwin, 17. And then I guess the 4th child is Justin Shilling, 17 years old. Myre died in a patrol car as a deputy rushed him to the hospital, Bouchard said. Shilling died Wednesday at a local hospital, police said. I also heard that Tate Myre, the sports guy, was actually trying to get the gun away from the shooter when he was killed. So sad. 7 people were injured, including a teacher. Bouchard said most of the remaining gunshot victims were stable, but some remained in critical condition. Police previously said a 14-year-old girl was placed on a ventilator after surgery, and the 47-year-old teacher was discharged after being treated. A post on the Twitter page for Oakland High School's football team said Myre had been a varsity football player since his first year and was also an honors student. Tate was a great young man with a bright future and beloved by all. You will be missed, Tate, the tweet read. He was a tremendous football player with the brightest of futures and was an even better young man off the field as he was on it. And there he is right there, number 42. The school's women's basketball tweeted that St. Juliana was a dedicated member of the program. We will never forget your kind heart, silly personality, and passion for the game. This season we play for you, Hana. Police took 15-year-old sophomore from the village of Oxford into custody. They will not give his name because he's a juvenile. He had a handgun when a deputy assigned to the school and another deputy spotted him coming down a hall with a 9mm handgun. He still had 7 rounds of live ammunition in the magazine and 1 in the chamber, Bouchard said Wednesday. He didn't give us any resistance when he was taken into custody, McCabe said. The whole thing lasted 5 minutes. The suspect invoked his right to not to speak to investigators and requested a lawyer. He was being held at the county's juvenile detention facility and was under suicide watch, County Executive David Coulter said Tuesday night. Officials searched the suspect's house and his parents have hired an attorney, Bouchard said. Police had recovered what are believed to be some of his writings from the home and are beginning to go through them. Police aren't aware of any disciplinary issues or prior run-ins with law enforcement that the suspect had. McCabe repeatedly stressed his office was not aware of any credible threats of violence before the shooting. But the school did. Where did the gun come from? The teen's father bought the gun 4 days before the shooting on Friday. Bouchard said the weapon was a 9mm Sig Sauer SP 2022 pistol, and the suspect had at least 2 15-round magazines. The suspect's father is said to have bought a 3rd magazine that hasn't been located, but Bouchard said he suspects it would be found at the school. School Superintendent Tim Throne said Oxford High doesn't have metal detectors. Authorities knew how the student brought in the weapon, McCabe added, but he did not elaborate. McCabe said the district and superintendent work hard to keep the school's 1,800 students safe, highlighting the fact that a deputy is assigned to the school and was involved in the suspect's arrest. Not all schools have metal detectors. They have one entrance. Should every school and every building have metal detectors? You know, it's very expensive, but I can't answer that question. I don't know, he said. Duh. Let's see. No, I think that's it. I've already gone all over this. Yeah, so that's where we are with this case. A 4th student has died. Yes, that video had me very, very emotional. They have named all 4 people that have passed away from this shooter, and, you know, you can go see their pictures online. I just can't look at it anymore, but I just wanted to bring this update to you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Keep your kids safe. Talk to you later. Peace.